Today in this video, we're going to talk about how to start paying back your student loans. Student loan repayments kicking in October, and why you need to check into the S.A.V.E income-based repayment plan for your student loans. Check it out. Hi, I'm Rhonda Burgess, and I am a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter here in Nashville, Tennessee, and my firm is Southern Living Realty Partners. Hey, I know it's been a minute. Y'all know how I do. I get, I get sidetracked. But what I want to tell y'all about, we need to talk about this, about student loans, because so many of us have these student loans, and the student loan repayment pause is coming to an end for October. So what we need to do is make sure that we are on the best repayment plan that we can be on. So that way, if we're looking at buying a house, buying a car, whatever you're looking at doing, this fall, winter, into the next year, you want to make sure that you got your student loan in line, and you want to make sure that you are budgeting for that student loan when it kicks back in. But what I'm here to tell y'all about, it's an awesome program that is out here. It is called the S.A.V.E program. It is called S.A.V.E, S-A-V-E. That is saving on a valuable education. This is a new income-based repayment plan that is offered, and for a lot of people, listen, it will cut your monthly payment in half. I'm gonna tell you what it did for my daughter on her student loan in just a second. I'm gonna let y'all know. And not only that, will it cut your payment in half. Your remaining debt, any debt that is remaining, will be canceled after 10 years. After 10 years of you making your payment, whatever that balance is that's left on will be canceled, forgiven, erased, whatever you want to do with it, whatever you want to call it. But you won't have to pay all that interest that a lot of us, over the years have been subjected to, just watching our balances grow and grow and grow. We've been out of school years, and our balance just continues to grow. But what you need to know about the S.A.V.E program, this is awesome. This is awesome. Okay. And it is an income-driven repayment plan, okay? And this is for federally held student loans. So federal student loans. These are your direct loans, your direct subsidized and unsubsidized loans. If you are like me and you consolidated your federal loans, your consolidated loans participate in the S.A.V.E program as well. I can't speak enough on this. So whether you have direct subsidized, direct unsubsidized, or direct consolidated loans, you did a loan consolidation. When we were working under the old income-based repayment plans, you had to consolidate. So your direct consolidation loans count too. Also, if you took out plus loans, graduate students, if you took out plus loans, those loans are covered in here too. So yeah, I know, because I didn't have to take out plus loans for my MBA, but I know a lot of people who had to do the plus loans along the way because you had run out of your direct federal loans. So your plus loans to graduate students, they are eligible for the S.A.V.E program. The people who are not eligible, if you did a Parents Plus loan and private student loans, these are not eligible. If you did a Parents Plus loan or a private student loan, those loans are not eligible for this new income-based repayment plan, the S.A.V.E plan. Okay. Actually, what the S.A.V.E plan is, it is a revision of the old pay as you earn, the PAYE. This is the revised pay as you earn loan, income-based repayment plan. Now I don't know a lot of people who were on the pay as you earn before, but y'all better check this out. It is so good. It is so good. So what it is, when you go in there to apply, first of all, you're going to have to, no matter who your servicer is, okay, it doesn't matter, NailNet, Mohila, whoever your your servicer is, whoever is controlling your loans now. I know there's been a lot of switching and changing and everything, but you're going to have to go through studentaid.gov, and you're going to need your FSA ID, your federal student aid ID. If you don't know what that is, you can go in there and you can reset it. You can ask, it'll send you what your FSA is if you don't know what it is, or if you don't know what your password is, okay? And what it does is this program is directly set up with the IRS. So what's going to happen is they can pull your information from your tax return directly into the federal student aid program, computer system, so they can see what you've been filing, how many people you've been filing, your income, and how many people in your household, because that is important. Because let's go here right quick. The new S.A.V.E S-A-V-E income-based repayment plan recalculates your discretionary income, okay, to 225% of the poverty level, versus the old pay-as-you-earn program only gave you credit up to 150% of poverty level. The S.A.V.E program, again, goes up to 225% of poverty level. Okay. So that gives you, it's going to make it where they're going to exclude more of your income when it comes to repaying your loan. Okay. So that's going to make your payment lower. Okay. So that's going to help all of us with our DTIs and everything. But okay. So the biggest thing for me that I saw, not only does it bring your payment down, so if you are a single borrower, and that means you're a single borrower and they're going to look at your tax return, okay? So if you make $32,800 or less, $32,800 or less as a single borrower, your payment will be $0. For a family of 4, if you're making $67,500 or less, that was a family of 4, 67.5 or less, your payment would be $0. Okay. Now, unpaid interest will not accrue if you make your full monthly payment. Peep that. Let me say that one more time. Unpaid interest will not accrue if you make your full monthly payment. Okay. So they give an example when I went through the studentaid.gov portal. So it say like this. So if your loan incurs $50 worth of interest every month, okay, but the way it is calculated, that your payment will be $30 a month, right? Interest is $50, but your payment is $30. So there's a $20 difference, right? That $20 will not be added to the end of your student loan balance. It won't be added to your balance, because that's how it's been going for all of us, previously is, when we were making this payment, that interest was accruing on the back end. But so now any unpaid interest will not be added to the back of your loan, will not be added to your student loan balance as long as you're making your payment. So see, you making that $30 payment, maybe $30 is what the S.A.V.E program says you owe. As long as you're making that $30, you ain't got to worry about that interest being added on the back and your balance just ballooning. That was a big thing. I know for me, because my student loans have ballooned to over 100,000. Okay, so that's one good thing that I love about this, is that interest is not going to keep just building up on the back of your loan. Okay. Now, I want to say this. When you go into that studentaid.gov and you put in your federal student aid ID and all that stuff, you have to give the system the okay to pull your tax return. You give it okay to pull your tax return. And I mean, it's quick. It's fast. It's nothing like this that we've been experiencing before. And another good thing about this is that you will not have to recertify every year. When we've been on income-based repayment all these years, we had every year, you got to go in there and say, yeah, this how much I made, and this how many people in my household, and blah, blah, blah. You don't have to do that anymore, because once you give it the okay to pull your tax return this first time, it's going to recertify you every year. It's going to go in there and look at your tax return and say, oh, okay, then, ooh, you good. Or they'll let you know what adjustment needs to be made based on your tax returns, but it's not nothing that you're going to have to do every year, it's automatically going to recertify you, because it's automatically going to pull your tax return and see how much income you're reporting. So let me tell you about, I went in there to do my daughter's. My daughter graduated in December of 19, culinary student. And I think she's got about $12,000 worth of student loan debt. Okay. And again, look, hey, people, parents and stuff that's my age, listen, let them kids get them student loans, because I don't believe in sacrificing my retirement for somebody else's student, for them to go to school for their student loans. That's just me. So, cause I know the game. I know the student loan game. So I wasn't never worried about her incurring some student loan debt, cause I knew we was going to take care of it. Okay. So anyway, I go in here and she's got like $13,000 worth of student loan debt, from her university, from her degree. So you go in there and you put in that, it wants to verify your information, because first I went through NailNet, which is who her student loans are with now, NailNet. And then there's a button that you click that takes you to studentaid.gov. And so I put in the information, and you put in your social, you verify your information. Then it comes to the part where it says you give us okay to pull your tax return information, and you say yes. Okay. And then it calculates. I mean, it was super fast. Now, I don't know if it's going to be that super fast if y'all wait till October to do this, but I did this just yesterday. So you may want to, go on and get on the stick. But anyway, so it looked at her tax returns. This is another thing. Let these young people file their own taxes. I know I know they're dependent of yours. Those of us parents who, we taking care of these kids, we paying for everything. They know, but let them file their own tax return. I've always let my kids file their own. I file a separate tax return for them, and especially when they're younger, when they're teenagers, if they don't make over a certain amount of money anyway, you can still claim them. But anyway, my daughter's she's always had a separate tax return. So on her tax return, she didn't hardly make no money. Okay. So it calculated for a second, and boom, it said her payment is zero. Y'all know from my previous student loan videos, them zeros count. Zeros count. Can I say it again? Zeros count. So her payment for the next year will be zero. Okay. So let's say the interest on her loan was $30 a month, and she's paying zero. That $30 will not be added. That accrued interest will not be added to the balance of her loan. Hello, y'all better get on this. Get on this. Look and see what your tax return, what you filed on your tax return. Hopefully you filed. If you have not filed for the 22, you need to go file. You need to get that done, because the S.A.V.E program is the best thing since sliced bread for those of us who are not close to maybe our public service loan forgiveness, or for whatever reason we're not close to forgiveness and we're going back into repayment. When the student loans start repaying, you need to get on this S.A.V.E program, because it's going to save you a ton of money. Not only now, so if you got a payment of zero, or you got a payment of $20, because let me tell you this, when I logged into her student loan, it said her payment was going to be $143.67. But then it also says your payment could be zero. Okay, so instead of paying the $143, her payment is zero. So do it. If nothing else, go in there and apply for it and see what it tells you, because it says, okay, and then it says, well, your payment could be as low as $60. So that was assuming that she made over the 32.8. Okay. So her payment could have been anywhere between $0 and $60, just based off of her tax return. But hers was zero. I'm sure a whole lot of people, listen, you can get a lower payment. A lot of the time, if you do the S.A.V.E program, S.A.V.E, go to studentaid.gov and see what you qualify for, because that could really save you some money, and it's going to save you all that interest on the back end. Because like I told you, mine done balloon. I know Sally Mae gonna be in my funeral, just make sure I'm really dead, because y'all know I know the student loan game. So go ahead and apply for it and see if it doesn't save you some money and save you all that accrued interest on the back end. One other thing they said was, I saw where if you were on the pay as you earn, they were automatically going to put you over in the S.A.V.E program. So again, you need to check your account with you need to check with your student loan servicer and make sure that you're on an income-based repayment plan. Because, a lot of stuff has changed since we haven't paid student loans in about 2 years. Make sure you're on the correct plan. See if you cannot get on the S.A.V.E plan and see if that will help you. And they're coming out with some more stuff on this S.A.V.E program in 2024 that will help us student loan borrowers. So go on and get on it now. And so that way, when the student loans start to reset and we have to start paying again in October, you already know what's going to be in your budget. You can already budget for that amount, whether it's 0, whether it's 30, whether it's 60, whatever it is. You can go ahead and start budgeting for that now when the student loans come back in October. Again, my name is Rhonda Burgess, and I am a mortgage underwriter and real estate broker here in the Nashville, Tennessee area. I hope this video has helped you to know something and know what's going on with the student loans and how maybe you can save yourself some money. If you found this video of value, please give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you, and as always, have a blessed day.